good evening, and welcome to Tea Time.
Welcome to Tea Time. I'm so glad you're joining me tonight. It is Monday, November 13th, and I'm going to talk about my weekend really quick and get to my guests. Friday, I had dinner with my girlfriend Doreen in Mineola. She just moved from Bayside to Mineola, and it was lovely getting together with her. Saturday, I have a pick. It was an early cousins Christmas get-together in Staten, Italy. There we are with the whole family. So last year they came to Long Island. This year we went to Staten, Italy. Next year they'll come to Long Island. You know, we take turns. It was a lot of fun. We had a lot of laughs, and it was great. My dad just flew in from West Palm, Florida, so it was great to see him and all my cousins. And Sunday is laundry. We all need clean underwear. And I went with my daughter to pick up her wedding gown. So it's getting closer, and I'm so excited for the big day. It's very stressful, people. I'm excited, but I can't wait till it's over. I really can't. All right, so let me get to my guest real quick. She's an actor, she's a writer, a director. I'm so excited to know her. LILO Grunwald is here. Hi, how are you?
LILO Grunwald in the house. Thanks for having me.
Oh, I'm excited you're here, girl. I try to have on a woman once a month because, you know, this is a male-dominated industry.
Yes.
So you are my Miss November. Hello.
Oh, I like that. That's my new name.
Yes, and I'm loving the fall dress.
Thank you.
And the boots, you look beautiful.
Thank you so much. Same to you.
Yeah, thanks.
Lovely to be here.
Thank you. I'm excited you're here, and I want everyone to get to know you. You're originally from Long Beach.
I am. Oh,
actually,
you studied up on me.
Yeah, I do a lot of homework, and you went to Long Island. Hello, Long Beach High School.
Yes, yeah.
And after that, you actually went to Wagner College.
That is correct.
Where you received your BA in theater.
Yes.
And speech.
Some would call that a BS degree.
So tell me, LILO.
Yes.
Is it true that when you were watching Sesame Street at like 3 or 4 years old, you told your mom, I want to be on TV. I want to do that, Mom.
It's an absolutely true story.
Yeah.
So when I was when I was born, I think they lived in Connecticut. They lived in South Carolina for a minute, and then we moved to Staten Island.
Oh.
So I just remember as far back as like 3, 4 years old. I remember that's when I started taking dance class. I was taking ballet and tap. And I was in the living room watching Sesame Street. And, you know, the woman, she comes on, and I can't forget her. I can't remember her name offhand. But she was doing it was like the blocks. And she's like, one of these things is not like the other.
Yeah.
And I just sat there mesmerized. My dog, Lady, she was a collie. She was sitting right in back of me. And my mom was in the kitchen. It's just so vivid.
Yeah, and that's crazy.
So I must have been like 3, 4 years old.
Yeah.
And I'm watching her, and I walked right into the kitchen, and I said, Mom, I want to be on TV. She said, you know, whatever. She said, oh, that's nice, LILO. Great dream.
Yeah. But, you know, I knew from a young age, too, also. My mom put me in dancing lessons at 4 years old.
Yeah.
We have some parallels in our you know,
Sure.
Some things, I'm reading up on you and stuff, and I'm going, oh, there's a connection, there's a connection, there's a connection. It's crazy. It is. It's insane.
Yeah, yeah.
You
We all have there's always something you can find when
Yeah.
you speak to people.
Yeah.
And that's how we find out. Wait a second, how do you know so and so?
Right. Exactly.
But,
Well,
yeah.
you've also lived in other places. Also, you actually lived in California.
Yeah.
You were out there, and you always loved the theater, and you were out there doing a lot of work, right? You were working while you were out there.
Well, yeah. So the timeline goes, boyfriend broke up, moved back with the family, moved away from the family, moved into Manhattan. From Manhattan, all of my friends started moving out to LA.
Now, did you hit LA before Michigan, or did Michigan come later?
Michigan was kind of in the middle.
In the middle of everything?
In the middle of
Now,
everything.
I've never been there. I have a friend that lives there. It's beautiful.
So what they do in Michigan
What do
is
they do?
take the mitt and you tell people, here, I'll show you this way so you can see. You take the mitt of Michigan, and this is where Grand Rapids is. I was over here.
Oh, okay.
And I worked at a dude ranch.
A dude ranch. I know, I read that. I'm like, I love to ride horses. So that must have been fun.
It was a lot of fun. I was actually, it was kind of in the middle of, I was in my mid-20s. I was living in the city, auditioning like crazy for musical theater because that's my background.
Right.
And I was hired for this dude ranch. And what
Really?
inevitably happened was we really only worked as performers like once a week.
Oh.
So we had to get another job. So I took a job at the golf course.
Okay.
But yeah, I was hired as a performer, and I learned how to do rodeos and line dance and two-step.
That's
and
cool.
yeah, date a cowboy. You know how it goes.
Well, of course. That's like a prerequisite,
But yeah, but then I moved out, broke up with the guy.
Yeah.
Moved out to LA, and I was out there for a decade. It was
Wow,
amazing.
you were out there that long.
Yeah.
And you spent several years with the West Coast Theater Ensemble
Yes,
in LA.
yes, they're no longer, which is sad, but I was with them for 8 years.
Wow.
And yeah, coming from musical theater and then going and doing straight theater, like plays.
Well, is it true,
Was-
hello, that you were on Broadway in the show Evita
I was.
with Patti LuPone and Mandy Patinkin?
Patti LuPone.
Really? I met her. She is a doll.
She's great.
Love her. Love
She's
her.
great.
How did that happen? Tell me, please.
Living in Long Beach,
Yes.
I wanted to still sing and dance, and I joined this theater company. And the theater company, we used to meet upstairs from the rec center where the ice skating rink is.
Yeah.
And it was ran by a manager at the time. And they heard me sing.
Really?
My family did not know that I could sing. I started singing, and this manager said, I'm going to make you a star. And the next thing I know, she calls the house and said, I have an audition for you.
Wow.
She told my mother.
Okay.
And it was a cattle call for Annie.
And how old were you at that time?
I was
Do you remember?
probably 10.
Okay.
Yeah, probably 10. And then I think my second audition was for a commercial.
Right.
And the third audition was for Evita. Wow. And I literally sang Happy Birthday for that audition. Back in those days, we would go to the actual theater. So I was at the actual Broadway theater.
Right.
And walked out from the wings, sang Happy Birthday to Harold Prince, and was told to wait in the wings, and then I was told I would be first replacement.
Wow.
So a few months later, I got the call.
That is
so
so
I was
cool.
So I was 11 when I started that, so 5th grade.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Now,
Yeah.
did you have to do something with your school schedule? Did you have to have a teacher?
I did.
How did that work?
Yeah. So this is how it worked. We had 2 shows on Wednesday, 2 shows on
Right, 'cause
Saturdays.
you're doing 8 shows a week, correct?
Yes, yes. I believe we had Mondays off. I can't remember
Yeah,
now.
Mondays are
Mondays
usually-
were dark.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I believe there was a matinee on Sunday. I don't remember. It was so long ago. But because we got home so late from the show, because of course it's Manhattan, I lived in Long Beach.
Yeah.
I was able to not go to school for the first few periods.
Right.
And I had a late in.
Right.
So I would miss social studies. So I had a social studies tutor.
Right.
I missed gym, so they just squashed that for me.
Right.
And I would fail Spanish test every Thursday. But I was a normal kid. I went to normal school.
Right,
But
right.
what happened was I kids were jealous. They were very jealous.
Oh.
They didn't like me very much. They would tease me. They would taunt me. Bullies that they are.
Not nice.
But that's how I did it. I know a lot of other Broadway kids had tutors.
Yes.
Just tutors.
Just
they didn't go to
tutors,
school.
yeah. I didn't know that you could do both, so I thought it was either or.
Yeah, we figured out a schedule.
And how long did you actually do that for?
I did it for a year and a half.
Wow.
And yeah, so I started, did I say 5th grade? Maybe I was in 6th grade. And then I went into 7th grade, had no friends, and I think I was starting 8th grade, and I think I just said, I can't do it. I have no friends.
Yeah.
I want to be a normal kid.
Yeah, you want to be like a teenager and have
but
a
looking
childhood,
back, I'm like, why did you let me quit, Mom?
Because I guess that's what you wanted at the time.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
You know,
so a
I
year
get
and a half.
it. I mean, I get it.
Yeah,
What
but
do you
I
get
worked
into?
with I wasn't the original cast, but
Right.
worked with the original cast.
Right, sure.
Yeah.
No, that's amazing. I mean, and in your career, you've done voiceover work, commercials, TV, film, a lot of things that you have covered. But obviously, they found out that you could sing, and I'm sure they were surprised.
Yeah.
Because you didn't sing in front of them or around the house where they could hear you.
I must have hummed. I don't really know. I don't remember. But after that, I knew that that's what I wanted to pursue.
Right.
So I continued singing. I continued doing the musicals in high school.
Right.
And I knew that that is what I wanted to pursue in college.
Did you have a favorite musical that you did?
That I did?
Yeah.
I don't think I ever did my favorite musical.
Okay.
I would say, why can't I think of it? Bernadette Peters, Mandy Patinkin, Sondheim. Why can't I think of?
Because we're having brain farts right now.
We're having brain
That's why.
farts. It's called old farts. It'll come to
Yeah,
me. But
when you're not thinking about it.
yeah,
I love her too. She's fantastic.
but-
she doesn't age.
she's remarkable, Bernadette Peters.
She doesn't
But I would have to say, in my younger years, Evita was one of my favorites because I knew every single song, every word.
Wow.
And I thought, well, if I were to do something as an older woman, I would want to play Ava Perón.
Right.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Oh my God, it's like so exciting.
Yeah.
I mean, really.
Did you do musical theater?
I did.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying there's a lot of parallels there. I started in musical theater. That's where I started.
Did you start
Nothing
out
on Broadway.
here?
More off Broadway, like The Curb. But no, I grew up in Queens, so I did a lot of school theater and community theater.
Yeah.
And but I love musicals. So yeah.
What's your favorite musical?
Oh, I had so many. I mean, I did West Side Story. I did Bye Bye Birdie. I did Princess and the Pea. I did
that's a
Once
good
Upon
one.
a Mattress.
Once
It was
Upon a
called
Mattress,
Upon a
Carol
Mattress.
Burnett.
Right? Oh my God, so funny. Just Fiddler on the Roof. I mean, it just on and on. Grease. I mean, there's nothing like live theater. There's nothing like performing in front of a live audience.
Yeah.
You know, and getting those accolades like right away and have them like you or love you and you know, and you're like, wow, this is because that's what happened. My mom put me on stage dancing and I'm like, ooh, I like this.
Yeah.
And I want this.
Yeah.
You know, and then you get the bug.
I love it too. There is nothing like it. Anything can go wrong.
Yes.
Anything can go
And
wrong.
and most of the time it's technical. Most of the time.
Sure.
Most of
Or
the time.
somebody drops a line, or
Yeah,
you have to pick it back up.
yeah.
And yeah, I do love it. But I will say, and I haven't been on stage in a while, but I get nervous every single time.
Oh, so do I.
Every single time.
Yeah.
They call places, where's LILO? I'm in the bathroom. I'm in the bathroom having a panic attack.
Oh no!
What's my first line?
I know, right? But then once it starts, it's like
Yeah.
everything comes back. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! All right, so listen, we are going to have so much fun. We're going to talk about so much more, but we got to take my first break. So don't go away. Stay right there. More with LILO when we get back.
Wonder Woman was everything to little girls, especially that look like me. She stands for being a voice for people that need a voice. My organization renovates homes for people with disabilities. And when I come home, a self-care routine makes me feel my best. I'm very proud of the difference that we're making, and to see that impact in my community inspires me to work even harder for everyone around me.
Well, hi there, Theresa. It's John York from General Hospital. I am just checking in because apparently you have a great talk show called Ttime on Strong Island TV. I want you to have continued great success and have a lot of fun. It sounds like you're having a lot of fun, and that's pretty much the key to everything, isn't it? So continued success. I'm proud of you. Have a great day, Theresa. Bye.
Hey, Paradise Studios presents a night of comedy with your headliner, Will Romero. Will is originally from El Salvador, and he has an edgy take on comedy. No topic is off limits. From self-deprivation, pop culture, political climate, family and social issues, his Latino flair is muy caliente. So join us that night at Paradise Studios on Saturday, December 2nd at 8 p.m. along with Harry Friedman, Bella Rubinton, Alan Pickett, and hosted by Tom Collery. So get in touch with Will Romero or call 516-799-4328 for your tickets. It's going to be a great show. All right, we're back. And I hope everyone comes to beautiful Paradise Studios right here in Massapequa, December 2nd. If you have no plans, I want to thank Gina from Rescuing Families. Gina, it's a nonprofit organization that helps renovate homes for people with disabilities. And John York from General Hospital, right now he's battling cancer. So my prayers are with him, that he pulls through his battle with the big C. And I am with LILO Grunwald, and she's an actor, she's a writer, she's a director. You know, we're talking about this glamorous life because, you know, acting and it's exciting. You know, you have your ups, you have your downs. And I say glamorous because we have a picture of you not so glamorous. And I have to say, this picture scared the bejesus out of me. The makeup work is phenomenal.
Theresa, that is not makeup. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, girl, my heart stopped for a second. I'm like, did I pull the wrong pic? No, seriously, what a makeup job that was.
Really good, right?
Holy cannoli.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I can't believe you pulled that out.
I was like, wow. No, because it's, I mean, we're always saying it's not glamorous, people. We have our moments. But tell me about that pic and what that was from. Thank you.
That was from the pilot of Evil.
Ooh.
And yeah, I waited all day to do that scene. And then they had me laying on the floor. I just played a dead tennis player, and
I love when there's no lines. That's great. It's easy gig.
It was the best. They said, all right, we're gonna do your makeup now. We'll do your prosthetics or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And we'll put you in your trailer and just hang out. Get comfortable.
Yeah, there you go.
With all of that.
Wow.
So yeah, that was what that was. that got a lot of play actually because
That's great.
It's in the very beginning. It's the pilot episode, and they're with the suspect, and they're one-on-one with the suspect, and they're opening up the pictures and showing them the pictures. So yeah.
I know. Actually, I put in for something, and it said must be okay with prosthetics because. You know, people who are, I'm extremely claustrophobic.
You can get claustrophobic, yeah.
So depending on what they're putting on your face and where, you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
It could feel like, you know.
Absolutely.
Because I don't know like how heavy that is or how many layers it is.
Right.
Or,
Right.
You know what I mean?
Like, what about when they have to do like all those masks and they put the straw up there and you have
when
to wait
they
for
pour the thing over you.
Yeah,
and you
I
have
don't.
to, like Robin Williams and Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't think I could have done that.
I don't think I could do it either.
No.
It's talk about glamorous. I mean, it's just not. It's not glamorous. It's like sex scenes are not glamorous. Prosthetics aren't glamorous. It's just not.
Yeah, sex scenes, I haven't done one yet, but I was told that they're very choreographed.
We can try one.
Okay.
What do you say?
That's a whole other show. But there is a choreographer for that, for just that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, it's kind of like playing Twister. Right hand there, left hand there, you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
You have to know what the person is going to do, and then you have to be ready for them to do it. So.
Yeah, and how comfortable they are with you doing certain things. Sure.
Yes.
Can I put my hand on your?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, how do you, like, what do you feel comfortable doing?
Yeah.
But you've done, like I said, many things. Let's start with 2017. You did a TV series called Tap.
Tap.
You did it. You played a nurse.
It never made it to TV. It never even made it.
There's a lot of things that we do.
Yeah.
And sometimes that happens.
It never made it, and it was back in the day when they would bring you all to the gym and test you for what is it? Why can't I
Scoliosis.
think of my
Scoliosis.
Thank you. I can't think of my
Yeah.
words today.
We used to bend down,
Right.
check out spine.
Yep. That's what I did. They brought all the girls into the gym, and they were trying to teach me the technical way of doing it.
Right,
So
right.
that was it. It never made it.
All right, well, something that did make it and that I got to see at NILIF, we have a picture of you and I actually together at NILIF. There we are.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a
nice
great
picture.
pic. You were there doing interviews. You were fabulous at them.
Thank you.
And we were there. I was there. You were there.
Is this this year or last year?
That was this year.
Oh.
This year. This just recently.
Oh, okay.
And I got to see the Fontanas.
Yes.
Jerry Ferretti's Fontanas, who I've had on my show. And it was fantastic. It was great. And you're in that. And you played Jenny?
Aren't you in it?
Not yet. I don't know. I heard maybe I don't want to announce it. You know, Jerry, I want Jerry to make it official, but I heard maybe season 2. I don't know. But I listen, I loved it. And I think every episode got better and better and better. And then there's this big cliffhanger at the end.
Yeah.
And, you know, and I was like, wow, this is great. I mean, so it really is good.
Of all people.
I don't know. We'll see. Jerry's writing right now. He's in the midst of writing. So, but how much fun was that? Because listen, the cast is amazing. Everyone is so lovely and down to earth, and it really is like another extension of another family.
It is. But we also got to see the film that you're in. It's Love Bro.
Oh, it's Love Bro. Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Have you spoken about that on
I've
here?
mentioned it a couple of times. That you actually did the interviews for that too.
She's so great. You all perfectly cast.
Oh, thank you.
With Frank, how does he say his last name? Fiella. With Frank Fiella.
My on-screen hubby.
The two of them are perfectly cast.
It was fun. It was just fun, and thank you to George Massimillo again for the opportunity, because I laugh every time I see it. It's a great film, and yes, we got to see that, and we got to see
the Graveyard Medium.
And hello, we had, I have to mention, I was going to mention this later on, but I mentioned that you were also a writer and director, and that's because you wrote, you directed, and you starred in Pepper Science, and which is a short film, and I was lucky to see it, and I loved it. I think it was hysterical. So
thank you.
I wanted to know why you made that short. What was the motivation for that, and how did you come up with the idea?
So my manager mentioned to me that I needed some more material as a mom.
Okay.
So that she could submit me for these mom roles.
Right.
And I didn't really have much, and I thought, can I write something? Can I just write like a little 1.5-page scene to do with maybe one other person? So my brain just started percolating, and I found myself staring at this cat paperweight that I have in the film.
That's how it all started.
That's how it all started.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Really amazing. And did you film that in one day?
One day.
In one location?
All of the
Because I think there was an exterior shot and then the interior.
So the exterior shot I did at a later date, and I had my husband come with me with the camera, and I had my iPhone on one of those stabilizer thingamajigs.
Right.
And I told him exactly what I wanted him to do. I said, all right, now do it like this.
So now he's a cinematographer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so we just did that exterior piece outside of the school, and it's actually the school that I'm currently a teacher aide at. And
that's great.
And then I went to 5th and 6th grade. I went to there for 5th and 6th grade, and it's right around the block from me.
Oh, that's convenient.
So it all stemmed from the cat. And I
Right.
thought, okay, well, in comedy, you need three things. So what is this piece going to be about?
Right.
You know, and then I don't know how it all came to be. It just, my
Well, we're
little
not going to give it away
brain.
because I thought it was genius.
Thank you.
I think it was hysterical.
Thank you.
It was very funny. It is laugh out loud.
Thank you.
Because just when you think you know what they're going to say or do,
Yeah.
they don't. And it kind of takes you on this
It's a lear-
detour.
It's a learning experience.
It is.
It was
It
a good
really, really
learning
is.
experience being in it, directing, you know, all of that. And the writing. Like, I've never written anything. So, yeah.
Well, I have to say, you inspired me.
Oh, yeah? You
You
writing?
did.
What are you writing?
Yeah, I don't know. People say write what you know.
Yeah.
And you know, and everyone's like, you have to do your own content, make your own content, and this, that, and this, and this. And when I watched it, and I know you had said, because we did Q&A after, and you know, you had said it was your first time doing anything like this, and I'm like, wow, I'm like, it really inspired me. I'm like, you know, if LILO could do it, you know, I think I can pull something
Anybody
out of
could do
I think I
it.
can pull something out of a hat. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
you can. We
Speaking
know-
of hats, let's take a detour real quick because I know you love hats.
I do.
And you actually crochet.
I haven't lately, but
Not lately,
yes.
but you would crochet your own hats and put on like your own bling or your own like little
Yep.
twist on them.
Yep.
I crocheted when I was younger. And then I haven't crocheted in years, so I don't remember like how to do
Who
anything.
taught you how to crochet?
My Aunt Katie.
Okay, my grandmother taught me how to.
And the
crochet.
first thing she taught me how to make was a skirt for my doll.
Do you know how to do it from patterns?
No.
Me neither.
No.
Me neither.
You know?
Yeah.
I was just, you know, all right, whatever she told me to do, I try to do it.
Yep.
And then I made a skirt for my doll. But that
That's
was
adorable.
it. But I love handmade stuff.
Yeah.
It's just so special.
It comes back to you.
And I love hats too. I'm a
Yeah.
hat person. My daughter makes fun of me every time I wear a hat.
I
but
love
I
hats.
like them.
Well, that all came to be because I was living out in LA, and I was poor, broke.
Oh, so
and,
you were selling them?
well, all my friends, you know, I had a lot of friends. And there was one friend that was having a birthday, and they were having a birthday party, and we were all getting together, and I thought, oh my gosh, what am I going to bring for her?
Right.
So I'm sitting there with a hat that I bought from a flea market that's sitting on my table, and I'm staring at it. And I said, I can make something like that. And I had some yarn sitting around, and I started crocheting, and I made a hat.
Huh?
I said, I'm going to go out and buy some more yarn.
Yeah.
And I also had this collection of buttons from my grandmother.
Right. Oh, how
And
special is that?
I was like, you know what? I'm going to just make something and create something. And I am creative. So that's how that started. And I started making hats and selling them at flea markets.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I'm not crafty like that though. I mean, I made the one skirt. That was about it.
Yeah. But I can't read a pattern. And I kind of just I know the basic stitch.
Right.
I don't know any other stitches, so I would just kind of make things up. I'm like, oh, I can make like a curl here. I know how to do that.
Hey, we're going to take my second break, but don't go away. More with LILO when we get back after this.
All right. Is everybody having a good time tonight or what? That's what I thought.
I don't wanna come back down from this town, this town, this town, this town, this town, this town. I can't turn it to them, but now
How you doing? It's Sal, the voice of Valentinetti. Why are you watching me? You should be watching Theresa, Tracy, Tea Time with Theresa Candace Tracy Farrell. And make sure you follow Theresa on Facebook. Tea Time with Theresa Candace Tracy Farrell. We'll see you there.
I love the way you say my name. I love Paradise Studios presents a night of comedy with your headliner, Will Romero. Will is originally from El Salvador and has an edgy take on comedy. No topic is off limits. From self-deprecation, pop culture, political climate, family, and social issues, his Latino flair is muy caliento. So join him here at beautiful Paradise Studios on Saturday, December 2nd at 8 p.m., along with Harry Friedman, Bella Rubinton, Alan Pickett, and hosted by Tom Collery. Get in touch with Will Romero or call 516-799-4328. All right. Thank you, Salva Voice Valentinetti. And thank you, everyone, for watching the show tonight. Please like it. Please share it. We have John watching. Do you know a guy named John? Does that sound familiar?
Maybe. Who'd be my boyfriend?
Maybe. George is watching, Buzzio. Greg DiFilippo in Florida. Ann, probably Bruno. Everyone watching, thank you so much. Like the show, share it. Tea Time is live every Monday night at 8 p.m. right here at beautiful Paradise Studios on YouTube and Facebook. And then it goes to Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Twitch TV, everywhere podcasts can be heard and seen every Saturday at 10 a.m. on Channel 20 for people who live on Long Island and get Optimum TV. We're going to be on TV Saturday.
Ooh.
And we look good on TV.
See, Ma?
Yes, we did. We made it. We made it. It's funny because I don't know how, I mean, obviously your mom really, what's the word, encouraged you and really was behind what your passion, what you wanted to do.
Yep.
With me, my parents, not so much. You know, as I've gotten older, a little bit more, but still a little weary about it. You know, my friends are great. But my family is kind of like, when are you getting a real job?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
You know, you need certain things.
Sure.
Maybe a pension, maybe this, maybe that, you know, whatever. So it's hard. It's a very hard thing to keep pursuing. A lot of us have other jobs to supplement things. You mentioned that you work at a school.
Yeah, I just started that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
because of the strike,
the strike
thought
was,
I need something.
The strike was no fun, and COVID put a dent in so many things for a lot of us.
Yeah, it's been a road for the last few years.
Yeah, it's crazy. But before I continue with your fabulous acting list here of what you've done, I want to put up that picture, please. Of you and Paul Rudd, and I want, if you could tell me the story about this, because he's freaking adorable, and I love everything he's in. So how did that happen?
Oh, look at him.
So cute. Hello, Paul.
Love you.
Tell me about that.
Excuse me.
Don't get choked up now. John's watching.
I was working on Amy Sedaris' show. At Home with Amy Sedaris. I was her photo double for a couple of seasons.
Wow, cool.
So I actually got to dress, I don't know if you ever watched the show, but she was several characters. So when she was just Amy, I was her several characters when they had to switch cameras. So I had the opportunity of actually reading off of the prompter and reading all of the lines with all of the guest stars.
Right.
And he was one of the guest stars that particular week. And I knew the day before that he was going to be there. And my dressing room was right down the hall.
Okay,
and
convenient. That worked out.
His door was open, and we were on break. And I just knocked on the door. I said,
Good for you.
Hi, Paul. This is going to be weird.
Yeah.
But I said, I love you. And my husband wanted me to shake your hand.
Okay.
He's going to be laughing, my husband. I said, I just love you. And would you mind if we took a picture together? I never do this. I never do that.
Right.
I just don't. I'm very professional. But come on, it's Paul.
Yeah. No. I mean, when you have an opportunity like that,
It's Paul Rudd.
You have to grab it.
So the reason the picture's kind of like, I look like a dork. My husband says when you see Paul Rudd, you have to shake his hand. So Paul was so super sweet. He said, I'll do one better. We'll take a selfie while shaking the hand. And I was like, okay.
Aww.
You know, so that's how that came to
Nice.
be.
That's so cool.
And I
That's a
must
great
have been as
story.
red as that wall over there.
But you did it. You did it, and you got it. You know what? You have to have cojones. You have to have a pair in this industry. You really do. I mean, it's funny because my brother had told me I had an opportunity to go back and do something the next day on set, and I called him up and I'm like, Salvatore, I said, I can't go back. I can't go to Jersey. And he's like, why? I said, because it's your daughter's confirmation tomorrow, and I can't miss it. And he goes, I says, unless you give me your blessing, I mean, how am I going to live with myself? Because I don't miss any major family functions. And he's like, Theresa, you can't knock on doors. You have to kick them in. You need to go.
Yeah.
And he made me cry because I was like, oh my God. I'm like, thank you, Salvatore. Thank you.
Yeah.
And that's the day I got to work with Fran Drescher in Jersey.
Fran Drescher.
Fran Drescher in Jersey.
That's
let's
excellent.
Let's name drop. But
Yeah.
But I was like, you know, again, it's an opportunity that you have to grab, because if you didn't, you would have kicked yourself in the behind.
Yeah, only I wish I had slipped him my card and say, next film, what do you think?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Keep me in mind.
Yeah, keep me in mind. I've done a plethora of
Oh,
things.
boy,
Paul.
oh, boy. Speaking of plethora, 2022, 2023 was so busy for you. 2022, you did Malicious Mind Games. And you did, you played Kim Bradford.
Yeah. They of course, they cut one of my scenes, but yes, she was a very rich socialite. She, you know, gave money around. Her husband was cheating on her. But that was a lot of fun. I filmed that up in Boston.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, that was for Lifetime.
Nice.
And I just like her name, Kim Bradford.
Yeah, I like it too.
Yeah.
You did The Bigger Picture. You played a police officer.
Oh, the guys, the casual crew.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played a little police officer, and I get killed in the very first scene.
We say little because we're actually both vertically challenged. I'm I say 5'2", but I'm like 5'1.5" or something. I'm shrinking. You shrink as you get older.
Wait, you're 5'1.5"?
I'm so depressing.
5'1.5"?
Something like that.
Yeah, last time I was, I think I was like 12. And
But you shrink.
The doctor, the doctor said you're 5'1.25".
Yeah, and that's it, kiddo. I don't think you're gonna go past that. Because I was like, am I gonna grow anymore? And they're like, nah, probably not. This is it. I'm like, wow.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, vertically challenged. 23, you did Dominic Bain. You played Agent Carter.
Yeah, that hasn't even come out yet. We're actually having the
Yeah, but now we can
premiere.
talk about everything now.
Right, exactly.
Great.
I don't know. I haven't seen any other scenes. I don't know anything. I played a detective.
Yeah.
And that we're having a premiere in December.
Nice.
For Dominic Bain. Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Do you know where that's going to be yet, or you're not sure?
I don't have my phone on me, and
All right,
I think
well.
I don't want to say it.
Okay.
No, I don't. You know what?
Somewhere on the island, maybe.
I am so sorry. I forgot where.
That's okay.
Or I could plug that. We can always put it in the comments.
We can.
Yeah.
You did Does Murder Sleep? You played Lynn. That was a TV series.
Does Murder Sleep? I forget what I've done.
You've done a lot, girl.
What was that one?
Let's talk about it.
Oh,
okay, go
that
ahead.
was a reenactment.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love those.
I'm a blur.
They're fun though.
They were a lot of fun.
They are
It was
fun. They're a lot of fun. I've done one.
Yeah.
I had to play a cop. I think I played a cop. I did. I played
It was a lot of fun. Yeah.
It is fun. I
It's
liked
interesting
it.
because they're all true stories.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Addiction.
Okay.
Addiction is a short film by our friend Maria Filippone, and that was with Mike Fideli.
Yes.
Now, you played Lisa. And what's interesting is that this was a play,
Right.
And it was really, there was no Lisa.
Right, exactly. It was a
play.
one-man play.
Long monologue.
Right.
And Maria wanted to put a twist on it. The writer was actually there the night that it was seen at the Belmore Theater. And Michael was great. You were great. I love the scenes. I love the outdoor scene at the beach.
Yeah.
I love the way everything was shot.
Yeah.
But you spent most of the time in a casket. How did that work for you?
Not really.
No,
Not
it just
r-
looks that way.
It looked that way.
Okay. But how freaky is that to like lay in a casket while you're alive? Hello? I mean,
Yeah.
I've never done it.
It's weird.
Yeah.
It is weird. And being in a church, and it's eerie.
Yeah.
But it was quite cozy. I'm not gonna lie.
Good to
It was
know.
quite cozy. They put pillows under me. They're like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "I'm great."
Yeah.
Put my legs up.
But were there a couple of times when you maybe, I don't know if I heard you say this or not, but were there a couple of times maybe you like made a face at Michael while he was trying to be serious? Or like, did you do something funny to like crack him up and like break the moment?
He says I did.
Okay, but she doesn't recall.
I didn't. No, I did. I definitely made light of things.
Yeah.
Because he was doing this very tragic inner stuff. I mean,
it was deep.
It was deep.
It was deep.
So, when we would have breaks, when they were, doing a different angle or trying to do the setup, and I was in the coffin, of course, at one point I did have my legs out, and I sat up and I put my head on the coffin, and it looked like I was just a
I saw
head.
that pic. That was hysterical.
I mean, and the way it came out was weird.
Right.
It looked like just a head. But no, I did. I mean, I don't recall what I said or what I did, but I know that I was making light of things.
But
for
it
sure.
was beautiful. I think it was a beautiful
She
film.
did a beautiful job. She really did. I mean, down to how she wanted to dress me, how she wanted Lisa to look, and
Maria is very into details,
She's
and I
very
think
into
that's
detail.
what makes her so different.
Yeah, she's very into detail. She wanted Lisa out of the coffin. She wanted her to be in different areas of the church.
Right.
So
And
that
kind of like answering him verbally while he was speaking out
Right,
loud.
right.
So and that again, it gave it a whole new dimension
Right.
and take on it, which the writer really actually appreciated.
He did, and it gave it kind of a feel of Lisa wasn't quite gone yet. She was still hanging out. She hasn't crossed over quite yet.
Right.
So it kind of gave it that kind of a feeling.
And was that filmed in one day? Was it shot in one day?
That was shot in one day.
Wow.
Yeah, clock was ticking, except for the beach scene. I mean, most of the church was one day,
Right.
and the beach scene was just a few hours. It was just beautiful.
It was beautiful.
Yeah.
I loved it. I really did.
Yeah.
Tell me about Asian Persuasion.
I was hotel guest. They're actually doing the film festival circuit right now. and
Okay.
They're winning a lot of awards,
Yeah,
accolades.
I heard about that.
I have not seen it yet.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a really, really nice. I would say it was a low budget. It definitely wasn't a big budget film. You can tell, but they were all very, very professional, and they're doing really well in the film festival circuit.
That's cool.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing it for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
It's exciting. I mean, this was my first time because it was funny. I had last year I had worked for Deborah Markowitz doing her film festival,
Yeah.
and she asked me to do interviews and to be the trophy girl and
Right.
to be a reader.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah. Because
Yeah.
I say yes to everything because you never know where it may lead.
Sure.
And I was watching all these wonderful films, and I'm going, I want to do that. I want to do that. I want to do something like that. And I want to be in a festival. I want to be in a festival. And here it is a year later that I was in a feature and a short. So now I'm putting it out there, people, publicly, because my daughter, I love my daughter to death. But she's like, Ma, because I'm like, Val, I'm in this, Val, I'm in that. And she's like, I really don't care, Ma, until you're on Law and Order. I really don't care.
Yeah.
So I'm saying right now, 2024, I want to get on Law and Order to shut my daughter up. That's all I'm saying. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm putting it out into the universe.
Yeah.
Have you done Law and Order yet?
No, still
Okay,
waiting.
so that's it. 2024. Both of us. We'll get on it together.
Let's do it.
Seriously.
Let's do it.
Oh, we're
Should we
going
play
to.
sisters?
We should.
Did we both kill somebody?
Yeah. It's getting better. This is great. All right, well, let me tell you something. I saw your post and my jaw dropped about Naiad.
Yeah.
Okay, now Naiad is a true story based on Diane Nyad, and it's on Netflix. She, at 60 years old,
63.
Is it 63? 63, attempted to swim like a ridiculous amount of miles.
It's like
108 or something?
110, 115 miles.
Yeah, it was insane.
From Cuba to Florida.
Yes.
She attempted it 4 times until she finally did it the 5th time.
I mean,
Yeah.
craziness. And you are in this movie.
Well, I'm not.
Well, but listen, you filmed for this movie with Jodie Foster and Annette Bening. We have some pics if you want to put those up, which is still friggin' amazing. There's you and Annette Bening.
She took that selfie.
Did she take it?
She took a selfie with everyone. We were, that was for the final scene when she finally.
Now, where was that filmed?
That was all down Dominican Republic.
DR.
Yeah.
And the next pic is, okay, so you have Annette's all the way to the left.
So you have Annette, you have Jodie.
Jodie Foster.
McCormick, Carolyn McCormick. She did original Law and Order.
Yes, yes.
Me, and then the other gal had never done anything before, and she played
Really?
the other best friend. Yeah.
Wow, that was her first gig.
Yeah,
What a
yeah,
first
yeah.
gig. And that was in DR. How long
Yeah.
were you in DR for that?
I was there for almost 3 weeks,
Oh.
and I knew.
And
that
I thought you were just on vacation.
Well, it was vacation. It was a paid vacation by Netflix. Thank you.
Wow.
Yeah, I was supposed to film 3 days, then they chopped it down to 2 days, and they combined like the scenes into
So how
a
did
day.
that happen?
How did I get it?
Yes.
My manager. My
Nice.
manager got the audition. She said, "It is a named character, no dialogue, being filmed in Dominican Republic with Jodie Foster." I was like, sign me up. Yep, and I got it.
Well, I think it's fantastic.
It's fantastic, but they cut me out.
Well, sometimes we end up on the editing floor. I had an opportunity to work with, and I don't knock extra work. People make living at it, and you get to network and meet beautiful people. And they needed me for 3 days on set with Bradley Cooper for Maestro. And I took it because not only was he in it, but he was directing it.
Yeah.
So I knew he was going to be there that day. And he was about 15 feet away from me.
Yeah.
And I'm staring into his blue eyes. And I'm like, tell me what you want me to do, where you want me to go. And I just direct me.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Looking forward to that one, too.
I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see it. So,
Yeah, looking
so you know
forward.
what? You take the job. You had a fabulous opportunity.
I mean, it was, excuse me, hands down, I will never, ever forget it. I mean, being first team, being under a tent with Jodie Foster, handing me pieces of oranges out of her hands.
Come on.
It doesn't get better than
Amazing.
that. I was like, she's
Amazing.
peeling an orange. She's right here, and she's peeling an orange, and we're in Dominican Republic, and crafty, horrible. And she's peeling. I said, "Where'd you get that orange?" She's like, "Oh, I got it." I was like, "Wherever you got it." She said, "Do you want a piece?" And then she peeled another piece, and I was like, "I won't ever lick these fingers." Jodie Foster just gave me an orange.
Oh my God, that's awesome. All right, listen, we have to take my last break, but please don't go anywhere. I'm on with LILO after this.
Wonder Woman was everything to little girls, especially that look like me. She stands for being a voice for people that need a voice. My organization renovates homes for people with disabilities. And when I come home, a self-care routine makes me feel my best. I'm very proud of the difference that we're making, and to see that impact in my community inspires me to work even harder for everyone around me.
Doc, who's the best comedian you know?
Theresa Farrow.
And who's the best actress you know?
Theresa Farrow.
And who's the best cast member in Bad Boys?
Teresa Farrow.
Who's got the best radio?
Teresa Farrow.
Doc, who's your favorite Guinea?
Teresa Farrow.
Who do you love right now?
Teresa Farrow.
All right, Doc, I love you too, baby.
Love you as always.
Thank you.
Okay. everybody. Paradise Studios presents a night of comedy with your headliner, Will Romero. Will is originally from El Salvador and has an edgy take on comedy. No topic is off limits with him. From self-deprecation, pop culture, political climate, family and social issues, his Latino flair is muy caliento. So join him here at Paradise Studios on Saturday, December 2nd at 8 p.m., along with Harry Friedman, Bella Rubinton, Alan Pickett, and hosted by Tom Collery. Okay, get in touch with Will Romero or call 516-799-4328. All right, people, I want to thank Doc Gooden for saying those lovely things about me. I love you, Doc. Doc was on my show virtually, and I'm hoping to get him in studio. He actually lives on Long Island now. I can't say where, but he will be sitting, hopefully, in that seat. Probably after the new year. I don't think I'm going to get him in the new year. So I am talking to actor, writer, director. That's you. Isn't that great?
Director, I
Writer,
like that.
director. Don't you like that?
I do like that.
LILO Grunwald is here, and you know, I bet you never thought that was gonna be like attached to your name.
No.
But you did it, baby. You did it.
Damn it, I
You
did it.
did it. You did it good.
Yeah, now I feel like maybe I need to write something else.
Maybe. All right, so listen, let's talk about, first of all, I want you to know that you can find LILO, and her name's right there. If you don't see it, it's GRUNWALD on Facebook and Insta. You could go there, see what she's doing and what she's up to. Speaking about what you're up to, you have a couple of things in post and in production and pre-production. So you have Georgette in the Garden, which is a short, and you're actually playing someone named Theresa?
Therese.
Well, Therese. Oh, sorry.
Therese.
Leave off the A and put an E.
Yeah, she's
Therese.
Yeah, she's an art connoisseur. Yeah, and they get this piece, and they discover that there's like this famous painting underneath,
hidden
and they
something.
And they want to peel it away. I don't know when that is coming out.
Okay. Where was that filmed?
At Columbia University.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So now, you filmed in Boston. You filmed in DR. Is there anywhere else that you have gone and traveled and filmed?
That's a good question.
Thank you. I try.
I mean, we're in New York, so I do, as you know, most of the things are in New York and Staten Island. I'm trying to think.
I was just curious if you, packed your bag and had to get on a plane.
Yeah, no,
somewhere
I think
else.
DR was the most recent big deal.
Nice.
Yeah, I'd
Very
like
nice.
another big deal like that.
Yes, I'd like one like that. Brooklyn Love Doll Massacre. That doesn't sound like a love story, but that's actually in production right now?
That's in post.
Oh, it's in post. Okay.
Yes, it's in post. Can't wait to see that.
Ooh, okay.
I played a recorder playing witch named Flo.
Okay.
At a doll factory.
Ooh, I like it. I like it.
Yeah, it's fun. It was a lot of fun.
Great.
Yeah, we filmed down in a creaky old basement. It was perfect.
I love it.
Yeah. Really looking forward to seeing that. Yeah.
That's good. And you have something that's very, very, very new. It's in the infant stage.
Yep.
Neck Romance?
Yeah, I was just cast in that. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thanks, TJ Kiss.
Woo-woo.
Playing another witch.
Okay.
Seems to be my thing.
It's funny because I played a witch too, and someone else wants me as a witch coming up also. So.
Yeah. I also have another thing. I'm not playing a witch.
Okay.
It's a sequel to The Eyes of the World that played at NILIF.
Yes, yes.
And several other film festivals. He's won awards. I'm probably going to mispronounce his last name, Robert Monaghan. Monaghan. I'm sorry, Robert. But this is his sequel. And he brought me on with the original cast.
That's great.
So this movie takes place 20 years later. So we're now in the late 50s, and I get to play a saucy, sassy secretary.
Nice.
In the 50s, yeah.
I love period pieces too. They're
Me
so
too.
much fun.
Me too. So that's also at the beginning of the year.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else that's coming up, or did I cover everything? I'm only asking because we have like a minute left. This is going so fast.
No, those are the two, and then we're gonna do Law and Order in 24.
Yes, we are. 2024, putting it out into the universe,
Yep.
girl.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
We got to be in that land.
We do. We so do. I have to shut my daughter up. You have no idea how she torments me about it.
Yeah, I have my picture up in my room.
I want to thank you so much for
Thank
doing
you.
this. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
And you know what? One day we are going to get to work together.
We are.
We are.
Yeah.
Yeah. We might sing and dance too.
Oh God.
Oh my God.
The singing is rusty.
We could come here on a Friday night and do improv too.
Oh my God.
All right, listen, I want to thank everyone for tuning into Tea Time. I so appreciate it. Tea Time was actually nominated Beth Page Best of Long Island podcast, so you could actually go there and vote for Tea Time. And again, tell everyone you love them, people, and I'll see you next week. Ciao.